So this is the higher 3 horse, they call it 3 horsepower, higher air conditioner with the technology being a DC inverter. Now the AC and DC inverter doesn't refer to air conditioning and something else. That's alternative current and direct current. So apparently the inverters, air conditioners are more efficient, energy efficient, and the direct current inverter is even more efficient than that. So it may actually be one of the most efficient machines. Maybe more energy efficient than a dual inverter. I'm not sure though. So here's this little beauty. Quite good in terms of power and energy efficiency. I only need to keep it on a couple of minutes, and basically it's chilled down the room. The air coming out of there is like some sort of a North Pole wind or something. It's cold. So I turn it on and then I just shut it off again. Leave it on maybe 2 minutes just to cool it down a little bit. The problem is the lowest temperature setting it has is, well, the highest is 28. Well, that's too cold for me, so I wish they would have put a setting higher than that. Like instead of 28 Celsius being the maximum you could set it at, you could set it at 29 Celsius or 30 Celsius to just kind of cap the top of the heat off. And I could have just left it on, but way too cold, so I got to turn it on and off all day. The remote control is, you see that's 28. $27, $26. I wish I could put it at 30. Would be much better. This means I gotta shut it off all the time. So it makes it basically there's no point in even having the digital stuff, because I need to, it doesn't set on the setting that I need it at. Why don't they just put like 29, 30, 31 on there? And the whole, I don't know, the remote control, all the functions, I'm not really sure. You know, if that's any good. I mean, if you take a look at that, can't really figure out what any of that means. Can't really read it. Okay, it's a 28. But what is all this stuff here? No idea. I read the manual, but you don't really. Good luck trying to figure out all the functions and stuff. I mean, it's basically cooling or not cooling, you know. Anyway, it's for 40 square meters, this is more than plenty powerful, with outside temperatures reaching up to 46 Celsius and 115 Fahrenheit. No trouble at all. I didn't even need the big machine actually, but they all told me, oh no, you need the big one. You've got 40 square meters. Can't you have the small one? I only need to turn it on 5 times a day for a few minutes, and it's fine. Forgot to turn it on. Now we're going to check out the outside unit. So here is the outside unit. They don't have it attached directly outside of your apartment. They put it up higher here to higher up on the building to disperse the hot air off the top, you know, rather than putting it on your balcony and all the noise on your balcony. So it says here 3 compressor, not sure what that means, but we got a great energy rating here. That's the good thing. DC inverter again, that's a direct current inverter. Yeah, very powerful. It's not quite as powerful as you notice. So the higher has some nice quality quality points. It's one of the few air conditioners with what I heard is that it has copper tubing on the inside of the unit, which is nice, and it's got the DC inverter to give you even more energy savings, and it's very powerful. The inside unit weighs about 18 kilo, the outside unit 41 kilo, so it's pretty heavy duty. It's probably not the most quiet. Air conditioning probably not as quiet as a dual inverter, but if you're getting good energy savings, maybe even better than the dual inverter. That seems pretty important because air conditioners do use a lot of electricity, so any amount of efficiency there is good. Overall, it's quite a nice machine. Another thing to mention about the higher specifically, though, is the Selfclean. That's this one here, Selfclean function. Basically freezes it up in there inside the unit, and then ices it over, and then melts it again, and then all that goes out the water pipe. It's one thing you also got to consider when you're installing, or you're going to install. So you need a water pipe, drainage pipe for the water, and that's got to be angled properly so the water drains off. But that's something your installation guy's got to do. So the self-cleaning, yeah, it's pretty nice. Rather than having to have somebody come and scrub it down and maybe damage it, it does that by itself. And it seems a pretty intelligent way to do it. Ice it over and then melt it again, and all that water just runs out, carrying the dirt with it. So that's pretty brilliant. I'd like to try that real soon. So if you notice, it'll say DC inverter, direct current inverter, to make it more electric efficient. It gives it a nice efficiency rating here. But then also says 3 compressor. Not sure what that means. They told me I needed to get the big one for 40 square meters, but I think that's way over what I need, because I think you could cool down probably a fitness studio with this in some places, depending on where, but not in a hot zone. So anyway, it's a great machine. Energy efficiency, high power, self-cleaning, 3 compressor, DC inverter. Pretty good.